Hey guys, a lot of people have been asking me, Matt, how do you afford all these video games all the time? Because if you watch my LP channel, you see that I pretty much buy every major game that comes out. And I'm a poor college kid, so how do I afford all these games? Well, there's a number of tricks you can use to get video games relatively on the cheap. So here's some of them. First off, if the option is there, getting games for PC are usually cheaper than getting games on console. Reason being is the shipping and whatnot, and it's a lot easier to develop for PC than for a console, arguably. So games that come out for PC typically cheaper than games that come out for consoles, especially considering to build a decent PC it costs a bit more. So you'll usually get compensated somewhat by lower game prices. This can be seen in an example of many games this holiday. Originally, I pre-ordered Sonic Generations for PS3 at GameStop, which is $60. I saved $30 by getting the PC version on Steam. Sadly, I have to wait 3 extra days to play the game, but 3 days for $30, I say that's a pretty good trade-off. Another thing you can do, rather than just straight up buying a game on PC, is you can find other ways to buy it on PC. I mean, Steam isn't always the cheapest place to go. Even if the game is Steam exclusive, there's still ways to get Steam games on the cheap. Personally, I found this other site the other day called intkeys.com, and what they do is they don't sell the game, they sell Steam keys, which makes sense because it's cheaper to get a key than it is to get a game. So if you're going to look for some Steam games on the cheap, look up Steam keys. But make sure you look into the site first to make sure they're reliable, because I know there's some scam sites out there, but usually if they have a PayPal checkout, then they're usually reliable because PayPal's really good with refunding stuff to the customer, and yeah, so PayPal's pretty reliable basically when it comes from the consumer's point of view. From the vendor's point of view, it's just because everyone uses it why they use it, but from the consumer's point of view, PayPal's pretty good at refunding shit if you get scammed. So I found a site called intkeys.com and got my Skyrim pre-order from there. On there, because it was just a Steam key, the game only cost me $35. So I saved $25 on Skyrim. Between Sonic Generations and Skyrim, I already saved $55. Another technique you can do to save some money this holiday is buying gift cards. Now, a lot of people, when they get gift cards, they're kind of pissed because they're like, oh, GameStop gift card, I don't play games, what am I going to get for this? So what a lot of the time what they do is they'll take these gift cards and they'll sell them online or to their friends or whatnot. So, earlier this month, I bought a $50 gift card off my friend for $40. $10 saved. Late yesterday, I bought a $69 gift card off my friend for $58. Another $11 saved. So between the $55 and the $21 there, that's $76 saved so far. So, that's another way to get games on the cheap. Another thing you can do, check online for if you're going console, check online for pre-orders that are somewhat cheaper. A lot of the time, Amazon.com will give out cheap pre-orders because they are cheaper sometimes. I mean, because full retail price isn't always what you have to pay for console games. If you go to Amazon.com, you'll notice some games, Sonic Generations included, it's $5 less. I mean, $5 doesn't sound like much, but it adds up. Another option to keep, but don't always go blindly at PC, because a lot of the times it's a trade-off. For example, Assassin's Creed Revelations is $10 less on PC, but you also have to wait 2 weeks after console gets it. And then you have to take in mind pre-order bonuses and all the fun stuff that you get with the games and stuff. So for me, $10 for 2 weeks isn't worth it, especially since, as far as Assassin's Creed Revelations go, you get the Signature Edition for free, Assassin's Creed 1 for free, and bomb upgrades and whatnot for free with the PS3 version. So I'm sticking with that one and getting it 2 weeks earlier, but paying the $10 extra because you're also getting a free game with that one, so it pays off. The only other thing you really need to keep in mind when debating between PC and console and what games you're going to buy is ultimately whether or not you're going to is what comes with the retail packaging. Sometimes if you get a boxed game, it'll come with stuff like coupon codes and whatnot. Yeah, there's codes in here. So if you do that, sometimes you'll get codes, sometimes you'll get maps, sometimes you'll get extra content. So check what the packaging of PC games come with before you decide to go all digital. Like, I know Skyrim is coming with a map of the game's overworld, which some people like because it helps them get through the game. Me personally, I haven't used an in-game map, an overworld real-life map since Wind Waker, so I'm perfectly fine just using the in-game one. So that's basically all you need to know for finding some games on the cheap. If you have any suggestions for people on more ways to find games on the cheap, comment in the link's description. Comment in the description, leave a video response, do whatever you want to do. But that's some tips from me. I'm Matt Golds from GamersCast. Catch you next time.